Hello, I'm Hailey and I'm an instructor with the Cloud Project. Now that it's winter, I'll be showing you what this chilly season looks like for different animals as climate change alters their habitats. Some vocabulary words that I will be explaining later are adaptation, camouflage, and hibernation. You may have heard that Earth's overall temperature has been rising in recent years, more than we've previously seen. With this comes many issues. I'll be discussing how rising temperatures affect different animals in the wild. Snowshoe hares have a cool adaptation, which is the way the animal adjusts to its environment, where their fur color changes according to the season. In the winter, they shed their brown fur and become white in color to match their new snowy environment. In spring, their coats darken to fit with the new dirt landscape after the snow has melted. This is called camouflage, which is when an animal uses its appearance to blend into its environment. This is important so they can avoid being seen and eaten by predators. Let's take a look at the point of view of the predator. Is it easier to see the rabbit on this slide or on this slide? I'll bet you choose this slide. The rabbit's fur contrasts with the dark background, making it very visible. Unfortunately, this is what's happening to the rabbits as temperatures rise. The change in fur color is triggered by the length of days, not by the temperature. As a result, the rabbit's fur lags behind the snowmelt, leaving them exposed to predators like foxes. Bears are also affected by warmer temperatures. They hibernate, which means they go into deep sleep during the winter. Think of it as an extended nap. This process is dependent on temperature. Normally, the bear wakes up and leaves its cave to find food, like berries. However, when winter ends more quickly due to warmer climate, the bears come out of their slumber early. The problem with this is that many of the foods that the bears eat are not ready. Berry bushes might not have fruit yet. This means they are likely to go hungry. And finally, we have the pika. This little member of the rabbit family is one of the species that scientists watch to get a sense of how their climate situation is getting worse or improving. Pikas live in the mountains and can only live in a very specific temperature range. They collect grasses during the summer and store them in their nests they make along the rocks. However, hotter and drier summers due to global warming mean that pikas have a harder time finding enough grass to store for food during the winter. In addition, there's less snowfall during the winter, which causes the pikas to freeze. Counter to what you might think, more snow is better for keeping the pikas warm. Snow traps heat like a blanket, and having less snow covering the landscape is like having a thin blanket during the winter nights. Now that we've learned about some animals impacted by climate change, let's answer some questions. The first question, true or false? Snowshoe hare camouflage is affected by climate change. True. The hares turn white in winter to blend into their habitat. Because snow melts faster now, the white hares are more exposed. Second question. Coming out of hibernation too early leads to what main problem for bears? The issue is that bears have trouble finding food, and since the plants in their habitat are not ready to eat yet, they are at risk of starvation. And finally, true or false? Less snow is better for pikas because snow makes the pikas too cold. This is false. While you might expect snow to make pikas cold, the snow actually traps their body heat and keeps them warm. Less snow during winter means that the pikas may actually freeze. Thanks for watching. I hope this quick video gave you some more information about climate change, this big concept, and how it applies to animals. If you enjoyed this video, please consider liking or subscribing to the Cloud Project.